This is Nick with Build Brothers Roofing. Started my inspection at 14095 Chestnut Hill. We are on top of a flat concrete tile roof. This concrete tile is a Monier Homestead tile. It is a discontinued tile. Really hard to find and expensive when you find it. But because it is a discontinued tile, like I said, it does make it difficult to find the replacement pieces. But I'm going to go over some of these different options with the homeowner. So I want to start my inspection. I pulled a couple tiles, but I pulled one over here. We have a leak, big leak coming from that section. But I wanted to pull a tile from an area of the roof that wasn't, in super bad shape, just to show the homeowner what the condition of the underlayment is, because the underlayment is the most important part. But right off the bat, we can see all the mortar caps. We have the mortar caps that have started to disintegrate. We've had some mastic that was used to repair. We got a big crack over there in that piece of mortar as well. You can see the mortar is completely missing from this section, and even here over here on this top corner, you can see how it's all coming apart at this point. So these are all telltale signs that the product has gone past its life expectancy. But the number one sign that we look for on a roof is, the underlayment. And once the underlayment gets to be in this condition, again, that is a sign that the product itself has gone well past that life expectancy. You can see just how brittle this stuff is. I mean, this stuff is literally just kind of crumbling in my fingertips. You feel how smooth it is as well. So typical, fresh new underlayment is going to be very thick, very gritty, very granular to the touch. This underlayment is really none of that. You can tell this has been taking on some moisture for quite some time. This tile was already slipped, so I just pull it down to see what the condition of that underlayment is. But I want to point out a few other areas. Like I said, you can see missing mortar right here. Here's the mortar cap, just completely gone. We can also see how tight all these valleys are. When we redo this roof, we want to open up these valleys. We want for water and debris to flow freely off of this valley. You can see another piece of that mortar's caught. So what ends up happening when these valleys are too tight during the original install of this home, you'll get debris and you'll get leaves and all kinds of stuff that gets caught in the valley itself. So when it rains, instead of that water just flowing freely, it ends up diverting into other areas of the roof that it's not meant to. Again, more failing mortar caps. You can see all the dormer vents we have on this roof. We got 4 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go ahead and replace those with O'Hagan vents. O'Hagan vents are low profile exhaust vents. We're gonna help increase the exhaust ventilation on this roof. But more importantly for us as a roofing company, they're a lot more waterproof. Dormer vents are typically the first area of the roof that starts to leak. So we want to go ahead and get rid of those, and we do this for all our new installs. Again, more repairs that have been done on this roof. You can see that we have some broken tiles over here. We got 27 solar panels that we're going to be dealing with on this project. We are a solar contractor as well, so we do all that in-house. We got a broken tile right here that's causing some damage. You can see how all that's getting down underneath that channel as well. But we remove and reinstall solar panels on the majority of our projects in San Diego. The majority of houses in San Diego already do have solar panels, so that's not a problem. More failing mortar over here. But this is where that leak was coming from. And right off the bat, I came over here. I could see how this tile was slipped down. As I slid this down, you can see what's been going on. So water's been coming down this section of the roof for quite some time. This underlayment is just completely gone at this point. And it's been getting underneath all that metal and penetrating this area of the roof. But again, you can see what the condition of the underlayment is. So in my professional opinion, this roof has gone well past its life expectancy. It's about 35 years old. It's a good opportunity to go for a lift and reset on this roof, just because the tiles is still in pretty good shape. Typically when we're dealing with the Monier Homestead, I do like to urge the customer to go with that new tile, just because a lot of these tiles are going to break during the new install, and I want to ensure that it doesn't look too jumbled up when the new tile gets installed. But either way, if we do the lift and reset, we're going to lift these tiles up. We're going to go ahead and stack them along the ridge lines of the home itself. We're going to go ahead and remove all the underlayment on this home. We're going to get down to the wood decking so that we can address any kind of bad wood that's on this property. Once that's complete, we're going to install 2 layers of UDL 40 underlayment on this roof, just to doubly ensure that this roof is properly waterproofed. We're going to redo all the mortar capping on this roof. We're going to go ahead and open these valleys up like I talked about, and then we're going to redo all the flashings for all the penetrations that are on this roof as well. Once all that is complete, we'll add brand new drip edge to go along the entire perimeter of the roof, and then the new tile, or the existing tile, will go right back on top of it. After that is done, then we come back and install the solar panels, obviously. Now, if the homeowner does want to go with a new tile roof, they are more than welcome to do so. It is not going to affect the waterproofing of this product at all, but it is going to make the roof look a lot nicer. We're also, like I said, going to be swapping out these dormer vents for O'Hagan exhaust vents. But again, it's not 100% necessary. This concrete tile should continue to get stronger as it ages. The most important thing that we do for now is to go ahead and ensure that the underlayment is fresh and that the home is waterproof. That is it for my inspection.